Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 10 of our Formula 1 24 driver career mode. If you're not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video as we are closing in on the Formula 2 World Championship. We're currently sitting, I believe, at 97 points ahead of Frederik Vesti and then a few more ahead of Iwasa. So, with 3 or 4 races left to go in this season, I think we have a shot here to close it in Belgium. So stay tuned to the end to see if we are able to do that. If you guys have not seen the last video, be sure to hit the link up top. It was a great mixed weather race in Silverstone. It didn't really end too well for us, but we're still in a good position nonetheless. I also went ahead and skipped through Hungary because it was a very bad and boring race. We started in P17, did not qualify well, and then we finished in the same spot that we started. Very hard to overtake on that track. So like I said earlier, if the video was going to be boring or the race was going to be boring, I'm just going to skip it. So we are here for Belgium, which should give you a little hint on how this race will be in terms of entertainment. So we are here for our first flying lap in qualifying, and we had that issue again where we went out on a massive fuel load. You can't change it in the garage, so I spent a few laps trying to burn through some of that fuel. And as it currently stands, we are just under, now over, that previous lap time. I think I went for a push lap here, and then I decided to abort it because I went wide and then lost a little bit of time. Not that one there. It was on a previous lap, I promise. So we're currently 1.7 seconds ahead now, and it's not really a good, I guess, time frame in terms of the other lap and how we're doing, because again, I aborted that last lap. So we're going to see here when we cross the line how we're doing. Benavides with a 159.4. I think we'll be able to beat that. I hope so, at least, because we're currently in P22. If we can't put up a good lap now, we're going to be screwed for the Grand Prix. And as you can see, after one lap, all the tires are at around 8%, but we cross the line in P3 nonetheless. But we're not too far off pole position from Hauger. I think we're about 2/10 back, so we're going to go out and try to push again. We are improving on that previous lap, but we're a little bit slow in the second sector, and we lose a little bit of time. So now it's a race to the bus stop chicane and then to the line to see if we can get pole position here as we head through the left-hander, trying to see if we can get past Hauger. Vesti start at the front. Vesti is more importantly who we want to pass, because he is pretty much the only remaining contender, him and Iwasa, for the championship. We turn on that DRS, we cross the line, we improve on our own time, but we don't improve on our position. We are now a 1.8 tenths of a second back of Hauger, and we're going to be starting there in P3, which means we will be in P8 for the sprint race. Let's get right into it. Let's see if we can seal the deal and claim the F2 Drivers' Championship. Alright, so we got the sprint race here at Spa, starting in P8. Unfortunately, not starting in P10 because we didn't get that pole position. I think that fuel load screwed with us a little bit. I tried to burn off as much fuel as I can before going for a push lap, but by the time I did, the tires were at around 5%, which I think implemented or had an implication on our lap time a little bit. We finished 1/10 and 8/100ths of a second off of Hauger in the MP, and because of that, we're gonna be starting in P8 here. Frederik Vesti is right behind us. He qualified in P2, and I think mathematically speaking, this is his last chance to, you know, pass us or claim the Drivers' Championship from us. We're like 97 points ahead of him right now. So it is pretty much wrapped up, but, you know, mathematically there still is a chance. We just have to have a good sprint race here, and then I think we'll be able to seal the deal in the feature race. We'll see here. Maybe we can win it in the sprint race. I didn't see like a cutscene or anything for us winning the championship. But I don't think we've won it yet. It didn't happen after Hungary because we had such a bad performance there. I don't know what happened, to be honest. I didn't do too much warm-ups, and I guess that costed me a lot because we didn't qualify well, we didn't race well, we didn't get any points on the weekend at all. So gave Frederick Vesti a little bit of a boost. Awasa, who has had like 6 or 7 DNFs, I think, this season, finally managed to win a race. He won it in Hungary, and he is starting up in P5, and then we're starting behind Jehan Daruvala in the other MP. So the two teammates very close to each other. Gonna keep an eye on that. We got 9 laps on the mediums. No pit stops, obviously, because it is a sprint race, and we are approaching the grid here. We're gonna try and plow our way through. I think the AI are gonna be pretty good here, judging by the fact that we were off a little bit in qualifying, and obviously we got a lot of cars to get through. Spa not notorious for overtaking, but I find in the game you can definitely find some spots to overtake. You gotta be a little bit ballsy with it, but let's get on the grid here. Let's see what we can do. Here we go for the Spa sprint race. We got 5 red lights. This race is underway. We're gonna get a pretty good start off the line. Never mind a little bit of wheel spin as we shifted gears. And not much room to go anywhere. Oh my lord. We go way around the outside of turn 1. And I think a bunch of people had contact there. How many overtakes? Did we get an overtake there? We're in P7. We overtook someone. Oh, Daruvala. Daruvala is down into P9. He gets overtaken by Vesti as well. Novalak a little bit slow through Eau Rouge. And we're trying to get past him. Our front wing hits his backside. And now it's a race down to turn 4, I believe. I'm still learning the track numbers on every track. So we're going to try and dive down the inside here. No, Novalak's going to shut the door on us. I think we just got to be a little bit patient here. The AI seem a little bit slow through the first sector. Maybe they're getting their tires warmed up, but we can go for a move down the inside here of turn 7. I feel like I'm completely butchering these turn numbers, but please forgive me. No one has managed to spread out at all through this first lap. Still trailing behind Novalak here in P6, waiting for that DRS to get activated. We need to angle ourselves correctly through Eau Rouge and Radeon because they seem to go very slow. They might even let off the throttle a little bit as we get a massive tow off of Novalak. We're just going to dive down the inside before we get to the bus stop chicane. We're up into P6. Maybe we can be a little bit ballsy here. Go for the dive bomb on Martins. We have contact. He pushes us onto the grass. Oh my gosh, no. Martins pushes us onto the grass. We're still in P6 though. I will take that. I don't think we got damage there. I want to see. It looks okay to me. Car feels fine at the moment, but we haven't really tested it much after that incident with Victor Martins. We've had a lot of battles with him in these last few races, and here we are again in the sprint race at Spa, trying to get past him, trying to secure the F2 Drivers' Championship. And yeah, you see there, they just kind of let off the throttle through Eau Rouge. That's going to let us get right onto the back of Victor Martins. Please don't freaking shove me onto the grass. We are in a drag race down into turn 4. We're going to get past them. We're car lengths ahead. And we got purple sector 1 as well. So up in a P5, Richard Versure. Oh wow, our teammate actually he had a good qualifying. Pretty decent. If he's starting a P4 in the sprint, obviously he's behind me, but he does have a chance here to score some points for the first time in a long time. So we are supporting him all the way because we also want to lock up the constructors. That's actually a pretty tight race with Prima. Oh crap, they actually are pulling away a little bit. We need to up the pace here. And we are going to get DRS here on Victor Versure, but the DRS train has now begun as we're still all pretty close within each other in the top 5. Awasa just ahead of Versure. Seeing if we can go for a move on Richard Versure, trying to keep it clean. We don't want to make contact with our teammate, and we're going wheel to wheel through the chicane. He almost clips us, and we're still side by side down into the bare right-hander, and he's going to get out in front. We let off the throttle there just a little bit too early, and he's going to keep P4 because of that, but we're still right on his tail, on the gravel trap a little bit. And Victor Martins now closing in because of that battle. But I think we can get a move done on Versure. Probably going into the bus stop chicane. They seem to slow down through the corner. just before the bus stop chicane. That left-hander, again, I don't know the turn number. I should really start knowing what these turn numbers are. I think I've been playing the games long enough, but for sure already going slow. Now we're going to do the same thing that we did to Victor Martins just a few laps ago. Just rip it down the inside of that corner and then into the bus stop chicane, get right onto the back of Iwasa. Leclerc in P2, Duan in P1. The Alpine Reserve driver currently leading. He's looking at 9 points, I believe, and we put up the fastest lap as well. A little bit slow in Sector 2, but I will take the fastest lap. No extra point in the sprint race for that, but braking rates nonetheless. Let's see if we can get Iwasa down the very long straight after Radeon. Through a Rouge. Is he going to slow down? Yes, he is. And we're going to grab DRS here. He will have DRS as well, but our tow's going to be a little bit stronger, I think. Wait. What the hell? Mark is giving me team orders right now to let for sure pass when we're on the brink of grabbing the F2 championship in this sprint race, and we are definitely faster than for sure. We are not going to let him pass, but we're going to have to get past Iwasa here if we want to lose this objective. Hopefully Mark aborts this order. What the hell? Are they good? I am not letting him pass. So our teammate trying to get the upper hand on us, and he's got a little orange thing there for the objectives. We're right on the back of Iwasa here. I think the AI is going to do the same thing. They're going to slow down at this next turn coming up. And let's see if we can get past Iwasa, abort this team order. And there he goes, going a little bit slower. This time I'm going to have to rip it around the outside as he guards the inside. And we're going to get a double overtake going into the bus stop chicane. The order has been aborted as well. And we have a big lockup into the bus stop chicane. Arthur Leclerc gets passed once again. But we are on the podium spot. And I don't know what the heck they were thinking with that team order. No way that we're going to let that happen. But we're going to get Leclerc here as well, I think. We're going to get a tow. Or will it be similar to the last lap with Iwasa, where we just couldn't get past him here? I think it's going to be the same thing. We could go for a move. Oh, Duan holding up Leclerc, actually. And we're going to go around the outside of turn 4, side by side, through turn 5. And then we're just going to etch him out, get ourselves into P2. With 4 laps to go, we are in P2 on the cusp of winning this sprint race and potentially the Drivers' Championship. There should be a shot here to lock it up. There's no way with like 4 races left. Can you even score 100 points? Yeah, you can. There's 4 races. My math is horrible. Let's see. Can we get Jack Duan into the bus stop chicane to go for the win here? He's guarding that inside lane, and we're going to go for it. Hopefully we don't lock up this time. Nice and easy. Do the first stop. Try and beat him to the next apex. Keeping him to the outside, but he's going to hold off for just a little bit longer. We will get DRS. Down to turn 1, and then through a Rouge. We will stick behind him because I don't want to give up DRS. We'll get him down the straight. But we will get DRS here. We're going to get the past him pretty easily. Does Leclerc have DRS? I think Leclerc has DRS as well. His wing looks wide open. He's closing in on Duan and me. So this battle for the podium still not over. I think we're starting to lose grip in the tires a little bit. And then some understeer. And a snap of oversteer within 2 corners. That might just be me as well. Oh crap, but we have contact. Someone hit us from behind. I think that was Duan. Going a little bit slow, I guess. Just trying to take it nice and easy through these corners. And Duan hits our rear. And now because of that, he's fallen back to 9/10 of a second. We should be able to drop him. But we're on the last lap here. We're going to get this sprint race win. Potentially lock up the championship. I don't know where Frederick Vesti is. Can I even get an update on him? Is there a rival thing? I don't have a rival in F2 as we fly wide here as I'm looking at the thing, but we'll see after this if we manage to lock up the championship. And if so, I'll be very happy with that as we head through the bus stop chicane, starting from P8, worked our way up to P1 after getting team orders to, doesn't look like we won the championship, but we got team orders to let our teammate pass. We did not let that happen. And we ended up winning this sprint race. So let's get into the feature race and see if we can lock up the championship this time. Alright, it is time for the feature race now. We got Vesti, our championship rival. Well, actually, not our championship rival anymore. Somehow, Iwasa has passed him for P2. So there's a 4-point gap between those 2 drivers. And I don't know how Iwasa is in P2. I've seen him DNF at least 4 times this F2 season, and somehow he's managed to put himself in P2 in the championship. And I don't know how he did that, but good for him. We are starting in P3 behind Vesti, as I was saying, and I think we can lock up the championship here. There was no indication from Mark that we could, but we're 107 points, 104 points ahead of Awasa, and then 107 ahead of Vesti. So I don't know. We'll see at the end of this race. If not, it will 100% have to be the next race. There's no way they can lock it up, or they can't, you know, come back and take the championship from me with like 3 races to go. I think there's 3 races or 4 races after this one. If there's 5, then I might just have my numbers wrong here. But anyways, we obviously, as you can see here, got wet weather conditions. So I somehow was allowed to, you know, tweak my front and rear wings a little bit just to account for the rain. But I didn't apply too much extra downforce because, according to the forecast, it is going to dry up about halfway through this race, just a little bit after. So we gotta keep an eye on what Mark is saying about the weather, because when the weather is supposed to dry, that should be around the time we are pitting. So we might have to suffer a few extra laps on the wet tires just to avoid pitting twice and really ruining our race. And obviously, we've got to see what the other drivers are doing, you know. If none of them are pitting, then obviously we are not going to pit. If they are pitting for another set of wets, then we got a tough decision to make. It's pretty much going to be a gamble, but let's get onto the grid here. And let's see if we can overtake Vesti and Hauger in the wet. Our last wet race in Britain, was not very good. So hopefully we do a little bit better here. And we got Daruvla behind us, Novak as well. Let's get on the grid. Let's start this race. All right, here we go for the Belgium feature race here. As we got 5 red lights, and this race is underway. We got a little bit of wheel spin to start, but so does Vestes. We both try to go and cover each other off. We end up switching positions. We're now on the outside of turn 1. Dennis Hauger still in the lead here, and oh wow, gear 2, I did not get any power out of that. I had to gear down back to 1, and I think we had a chance there to overtake Vesti, but I just wasn't quick enough on the power to try and get past here. And let's see how much downforce we got through Eau Rouge. Not a lot, as we run wide, and that leaves us exposed to Jehan Daruvla in the MP. And is he going to pass us here? He's right on our rear diffuser. We're just going to guard the inside as best as we can. We might need a few laps here to, you know, get our feet set in. Oh, and he's trying to go around the or down the inside of turn 4. Oh crap, we do not have a lot of downforce. Oh crap, and we have contact with Daruvla and Vesti and Hauger pulling away, and Daruvla trying to rip it down the inside. We have contact. We're going wheel to wheel with them. We've got to beat them to the next apex, and we're just going to edge them off the circuit. Keep that P3 for now. We need to get our bearings quickly because we are getting Daruvla is getting all over us, and then we are losing out on Vesti and Hauger up front. But I just can't seem to get grip here. Being very careful on the throttle. Oh crap, we got a yellow up front. Someone is out? Is someone going slow? Yeah, I think Vesti is going slow. That might be his championship hopes. Down the drain, smoke coming out of the engine as we pass Frederick Vesti for P2. Is that going to be his safety car? That would really help us because Hauger's got a 5-second lead on us right now. We're driving pretty slow, taking it nice and easy in this wet weather. But Vesti, I think he's out of the championship now. His car does not hold up when he needs it the most, and because of that, he might lose out on a championship. We got a VSC out, so we got to slow down here. I think it is Vesti causing that. How did he not get off to a safe place? There's a bunch of places to park there, but I guess not. And we need to speed up here, try and close this gap. We got a 3.7 that we could close in on, but then we got to be careful because we don't want to get that drive-through penalty if you infringe on that as the green flags come out. Okay, and the rain has just suddenly like disappeared. Now the track looks dry to me. We're gonna see here. Oh, someone dove in the pits. Did they all dive in the pits? No, they all dove into the pits. Mark didn't tell us the box. Oh, Mark. So Mark didn't tell us the box, but a bunch of people went into the pits to put a fresh set of slick tires on. Some people stayed out. Arthur Leclerc, Duan, Benavidez, Boschung, they stayed out as well. And because of that, they're going to get a big advantage in the second half here of this race, as we are struggling now, as I think the tires are starting to overheat a little bit. 69, that seems a little bit hot for the wet tires, but we got a purple sector 1, so the track is definitely drying, but we don't have the grip on these full wets. We're going to box now. Holy crap, we cannot keep it straight here. And we need to tell Mark to box here. And the question now is, what tires do we go on to? We got 4 laps. I'm thinking hard tire probably. Okay, so we don't have hard tires. So we're going on to the mediums here as we dive into the pits. Let's see how much time we lost on the drivers behind, as they have already had a full lap of soft tire running. And here we go to the pits. I'm assuming everyone else who's still on the wets will be pitting with us as well. Leclerc's in there, Duan's in there, Benavidez, yeah. So everyone who didn't pit last lap, definitely pit this lap. Mark didn't tell us, man. He kind of dropped the ball here. First with the team orders in the sprint race, and then not telling us to pit, or even telling us that, you know, the track is getting dry. But let's see where we come out here. Holy crap. These tires are ice cold, but we're going to come out in P4 behind Novalak, P5. But we've got 8 laps to the finish line here. And our pace in the sprint race was pretty good. So I'm thinking if we can repeat that pace that we had, we should be competing for a win here, as Novalak and Martins are battling out, but I can't really get in on this because my tires are not up to temperature. We're still sliding around, and they're still literally blue at 34 degrees, so we're gonna have to hold off here for just a moment and let these tires heat up before we can really get into this fight. Oh my god, so we fall back to 1.7 behind Victor Martins, which means Behrman does have DRS here as he's closing in, and we're gonna have to guard him off. But these tires are finally starting to get up to temperature, so we are gonna close in on Martins and Novalak here. They are battling out, and that is going to allow us to close the gap, and then Behrman is going to get dragged along for the ride. So it's going to be quite the battle for the final spot of the podium, but we got higher aspirations than that. We need to get through them quickly so that we can chase down, who's it, Vesti? No, Vesti's out. We need to chase down someone, and then for sure after that for the win, and then try and get the Drivers' Championship. We're 1.5 now to Victor Martin, so closing in just a little bit here, and the tires are starting to feel good, so I'm pretty confident now that we can push it after this. A few laps later, lap 9, we are right on the back of Novalak now. We were able to push and really close in, and now we got to get past them and Victor Martins as well. It's going to be a showdown down to turn 4 because Novalak and I will have DRS. Martins, though, is a little bit of a sitting duck, though Novalak hasn't really been able to get past him. But here we go with that DRS. Now, we kind of need to work together here if we want to get past Victor Martins, so I'm going to try and stay behind him for as much as I can, but he's going to get out of the way. Martin shoving me all the way to the side, and we go off the track, leaving him space. And Novalak and Martins, I think, had contact behind, but we do get past Novalak, still behind Victor Martins, put up a purple sector 1. And now we just got to get past Martins here, get ourselves onto the podium for sure, down in P2, so it is not for sure in P1, although that dot does look orange, but I guess we're a red dot? That doesn't really make sense to me, so that tells me, I think, is it Hauger? Still in P1, I think? because he started on pole, so I'm assuming he's still up there, and I think he's in the MP as well, so that is also an orange car. And we're following Martins very closely here, trying to get past him. We will get past him into the bus stop chicane. I'm pretty confident on that, as long as we can get a good exit out of this corner here. He gets a little bit on us, and we put up a yellow sector 2. We are following in Martin's dirty air, but we got the fastest lap, so extra point for us at the moment. And let's see here as we close up on Victor Martin. See if we can just go down the inside, and we have contact. He slows down. What is he doing? Oh, come on. What is that? And we have a lock up into the bus stop chicane, trying to hold it together. And we're not going to get past Victor Martins here. I think it was super important that we got past, because now we've got to wait a little bit longer. We will get DRS though, and we are closing in on Verschure, so it could be a double podium for VAR Racing here. But let's see, we got 3 laps to go. I don't think we're going to get P1 because Hauger is way off into the distance. So let's get DRS here. We dropped Novalak already by 2 seconds. Holy crap, he was slow. But let's see, Victor Martins, yeah, he's telling us to overtake him, but we're going to do that right now, pretty much instantaneously. And we're going to get that objective from Mark and see if we can close in on Verschure. Now I'm hoping that Verschure can hold it, because he has not had a good season. So it would be nice to get a double podium at the very least. But Martin seems pretty quick. Let's see if we can leave him in the dust here with 3 laps left to go. And then hopefully he does not catch up to Verschure if we pass him. We're right on the back of Verschure now, and I'm wondering, where are the team orders? I got team orders last time to get out of the way of Verschure when I was clearly quicker. And now we are, again, quicker than Verschure, but this time we're behind him. And I don't hear any team orders coming from Mark, so I guess we're free to race. Very unfortunate, though, that Mark would do that to us. It really isn't Mark. It's whoever our team principal is really making those, or calling those shots. But we are 3/10 behind Verschure. We're going to get him here. We got to be careful going into the next corner after this one, because Hauger, or not Hauger, Martin's left the throttle, and we ended up hitting his backside. Thank God we did not get damage, and we got to watch here. Try and do the same thing to Verschure. This time we're going to be a lot closer. We're going to rip it around the outside, and we're going to get past Verschure. Not much of a race there, but he could fight back. He could fight us back going into the bus stop chicane. He won't, though. Hopefully he got the team orders, just let me by. And we got 2 laps to close in on Hauger, which means we gotta be 2 seconds a lap quicker than him, which I don't think is possible. Okay, but we are headed on to the last lap. Obviously, we were not going to catch Hauger. He was way too far ahead. We didn't have enough time. I think that pit stop and our pace in the wet really screwed us from getting the race win today, but P2's not bad. Verschure still on the podium, and he's got, oh crap, he's only half a second in front of Victor Martins. I hope I didn't just jinx it, because Victor Martins is going to have DRS, so I'm just going to try and keep an eye on this battle. No TVs to watch up on track. Actually, there was one there, but it's just the view of my own car, what I'm seeing right now. And let's see, can Verschure hold off Victor Martins for just 1 lap more? The DRS very powerful down this straight, so I think Victor Martins is going for a move now. I can't look back because I'm focusing on my own driving here. Oh crap, Victor Martins gets past Verschure. No, man, come on. I want to get that double podium with Verschure. That would have been such a good way to cap off the weekend and potentially the season, as not sure where Iwasa is. He's not in the top 5 because I can't see Iwasa. That obviously suggests that he is not scoring very many points, if any at all. And that means that we could get the championship here, I think. If not, again, it'll be the next one. So let's head through the final few corners here. And hopefully we start hearing some things about F1, because we're approaching the end of the season for F2. And I still haven't heard anything about F1. I hope it's not one of those things where you just get to choose your team. I'm really hoping that, you know, some guys are like scouting us or something, but I'm assuming, or yeah, I guess I'm assuming that it's going to be the same as before. But let's see, did we win the championship? Let's cross the line here. Oh,
it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
ah, we did it. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We won the championship. I think we locked up the constructors as well.
Sporting events, and here's another.
Let's go, baby.
Any racing driver, we have a new Formula 2 world champion.
So we win the championship. We didn't even win the race though, which kind of sucks. I would have liked to win the race. Wait, hold on. No, we didn't. Wait, we didn't win the race. We didn't win the race. Why are we in P1? Victor Martins won that race. Or not Victor Martins, Hauger won that race. And it shows us on the top step of the podium, but here we are celebrating that FT championship. I'm giving Mark a hug, I'm assuming. I'm thinking that's Mark. Looks like him, it's a little picture. But we are going to secure the FT championship. Yeah, what the hell? We did not win the race, so I just stopped the recording to go back and look at the replay and make sure I wasn't tripping. We did not win that race. Hauger won the race, but it's saying here that he was a lap behind us, which is not true. He was in front of us by 6 seconds. And somehow, I don't know, a glitch in the game or whatever, he's in P21. So I don't know what the hell happened there, but we win the championship because of it, essentially. Because Frederick Vesti does not finish. Iwasa, did Iwasa even get in the points here? Yeah, he did finish in P6 overall on the weekend. 8 points in the sprint race, 1 point in the feature race, so P10 for him in that feature race. And then we nabbed that fastest lap as well for 26 points, when really we should have only scored 19. Because we really came in P2. And that also means that we got a double podium for VAR Racing. Because with Hauger falling to P21 somehow, Richard Verschoor gets upgraded to P3. So we do get that double podium to cap off the season. Unbelievable. How did we win that? That must be a glitch or something. I feel like because we won the championship, it just like automatically put us in P1 for the race, but I'm 100% certain we did not win that race. And with that, we are able to get ourselves up to a 75 overall. We dropped down to P5 coming out of the pits because we pitted a lap later and the wet tires were just struggling on that in lap to the pits. And then we came back, made our way up to P2, and then was just, for some reason, delivered the win on a silver platter. And so we get a bunch of overtakes, and then all the usual stuff here of not finishing, or not finishing, getting a bunch of overtakes, starting position, fastest lap, blah, 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 gets us up to a 75 overall. Now, I want to see if anything happens here. I don't think this is not the end of the season. We still have like 2 races left, so I'm just going to go to the next menu here, see if anything happens, if we get any sort of cutscene. No. So we got Zandvoort up next. I'm gonna plow through these because the championship is sealed. Unless it's like an absolutely entertaining race, I don't think it's gonna be a video. So we'll see in the next few races what happens. So this is round 12, which means we got 3 races left actually. All right, I have made the executive decision to sim through the rest of the races because we won the championship. I think we locked up the constructors as well, and I just wanted to get to Formula 1. So we have simulated all the way through to Abu Dhabi, and we're at a 75 overall. We probably could have gone to like a 77, maybe a 78 if we actually raced the races themselves, but we have simmed through. We're at a 75. And we have reached the end of F2, and it is the end of our time with VAR Racing. So now we look to Formula 1. I have no idea who I'm going to sign with. I have a few teams in mind, but you guys will find out in the next one. So if you've watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when the first F1 video of F1 24 finally comes out. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the F2 series before we head into F1, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.